Hello, it's Sheen from Caneva. I'm just here on preview, going to demonstrate some bugs I found with the new pathing system. So for now, I'm just going to delete that one and make a new one. Okay, so the first bug I have on my list is that you can't change the mesh to a new NPC mesh. So if I create a new pathing object, we'll just put anything on it. We'll just put NPC. We'll put timed render. Then save it, and then I just drop this. As you can see, it turns into a timed render. Now if I go to characters and I create a new NPC, and if it's a custom mesh here, and I put one of my meshes, so robot, we'll do robot lighter, then save that. Oh, need a new name. That'll do. NPC2 will do. Okay, so that's new NPC2. We'll go to dynamics, back to this, and we'll try and set this to be the new NPC2. So there you have it right there. Try and click it, doesn't update the thumbnail, but I see that it is selected, so click save, and as you can see it just gets rid of it. Save it and nothing happens. So you can't change it to be a new mesh if it's already placed and it's a custom mesh. Okay, so the next one on my list is a random box shows up when you click on the waypoint and in the edit thing. This random box. Now at first I thought I was spawning the right location, but I'm assuming that's the trigger. But when I click that and click here, as you can see, it's not spawning in the right location because it should be spawning at the waypoint. So the next one that I have is rotation correction on NPCs is completely ignored. So if I come to here and change the mesh again to be Bobby the Bot, Bobby the Bot has a rotation correction to fix the way he's facing. So if I go to my characters now and I go to Bobby the Bot and I go to advanced mesh properties and I change any of these settings to be no matter what, it never updates that. If I go down to the pathing system, edit and just save it just to reset it, as you can see he spawns without a rotation correction. So rotation correction is just completely ignored. The next one I have is the menu, this little menu here. It stays up when I'm moving around, as you can see, but if I decide to rotate, it cancels. And I don't think it should, so that's on my list of bugs. And the next one is when you first arrive at a place. So I'm just going to go home, then I'm going to go back. The first time you place a pathing object, the gear spawns in the wrong location. So build, gaming, dynamics, new path, create a path. Oh damn, maybe it has to be. Okay. Nope. I need to go home and come back again, because I already had a path placed, even though I was like, first time you place a path. Okay. Okay, so the first time you place a path, the gear spawns in the completely wrong location. As you can see, it's way over there when it should be above his head. Sorry about the two failed attempts to show that. The next bug is a world break, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about the things that I feel have been overlooked, such as there's no way to disable collision on the waypoints. As you can see, if I click the gear, which is way over there, hit it, I can change this stuff, which is cool, and if I open this I can change friction to be on or off, but there's no way to turn the physics of the object off, like the collisions with it. And I would like that because I like to make challenge maps and such, so I wanted to have objects that you could jump on and fall off, or jump on and land, go right through, that kind of stuff. The other thing is, there's no tooltips at all. Like when I hover over this gear, nothing's telling me I can click that. It doesn't even highlight, but you can click it. And same with here, It doesn't actually tell you what any of these do. Well, obviously that's edit waypoint, add waypoint. But there's no tooltips showing me what these settings do. Like, I had no idea what the trigger did. So I had to ask GroovyD. What's the next one? The next one is in gaming system, when you place a second path, you see I already have this same path. If I place a second one, I feel like instead of just instantly placing the path, it should prompt me to say, did you mean to place a second waypoint instead? And if you click yes, drop a waypoint instead of dropping another path. Because that could be an easy mistake, because again, there's nothing telling me that I meant to click that and click add waypoint. Okay, so the next one is, when I have it selected and I move back, the gear disappears. What if I'm really far away and I can't stand on it, and fly mode's screwed? So if I'm far away and I can't stand on an object to get close enough to have the gear, then I would like to be able to be far away, click the gear and click add waypoint, and just drag the waypoint to the new location. The next one is, why even have a gear? Like, I don't see the purpose of having a gear when they have a waypoint right here. When you left click a waypoint, you can move it around, but when you right click a waypoint, nothing happens. Why not just have it right click the waypoint to customize? So that was the other one. And there's two more. One being that speed is based on the entire path here. Am I even the right thing? Yes, I am. It's right here. The speed's based on the entire path rather than having it be based on per waypoint or entire path. So I would like there to be a checkpoint, like a checkbox in here that says speed based on path. And if it is, show this option and let us set the speed there. Or speed set by waypoint if it's not. So when you click the gear in here, it would tell you how fast to get from one to the other. And the very last one is visual cues. So say I have this robot, but I have 10 of this robot, and each one of them has a path. Why doesn't it change the color of either this line here or the arrow on the mesh to show that's a different path? Like, you can tell that that's the one from this one, and that's the one from that one, and this one's over here. Easy at a glance. You have to go in and read it, and especially if it's the same path but a different version of it, I feel like it should have a randomized color. And one that I didn't actually put on my list that I just totally forgot, it's this whole click the gear to add a waypoint business. I don't see why it spawns next to it rather than just spawning at your avatar. So if I wanted to have an NPC and I had it running in a straight line along here, I could just stand exactly where I wanted to face. Say I was wanting to turn, just head towards GroovyD, then I clicked it, and then I clicked the gear, clicked it, then clicked the gear. It's not giving me the option. Clicked it. I'm too far away. Damn. Clicked it. Clicked the gear. I rotated. Damn. Clicked it. Clicked the gear. Clicked add waypoint. I would want it to face my avatar, but again, I would want it to work at any distance. As you've seen, I had tons of trouble there just trying to get to open the menu, even though I could see the gear. So, yeah, that's all the issues that I have with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to remove all the extra ones, and I'm going to show the world break. Pick up. Pick up. Pick up. Pick up. So, just to make sure it works, I'm going to add more than I need to. So, add waypoint. Add waypoint. Add waypoint. Add waypoint. Add waypoint. So I have a 10 waypoint path here, just going in a straight line. Nothing big. So to break the world, all you have to do is go actions, helpers, object list, waypoint, select most of them. I'm going to leave the last two, 8 and 9. And then I'm just going to pick them up. And that should have broke the world. Yep, see, framework errors. And that's it, the world is broken. Bobby's stuck there for life. So if I go home and come back, or the world resets, Bobby will still be here as well as these two markers. And if you come back and you pick up these two markers, the world will just break again. Oh, just because I realised that you guys couldn't actually see the framework errors, that's what they look like. So yeah, that's all the stuff I found, and maybe I probably messed with it for about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. So yeah, thanks for watching.